Call me crazy, but I think things are turning around for the Cleveland Browns, as obviously the Baker Mayfield era is over. The Deshaun Watson era will dawn there in Cleveland. So what are they going to get in the 2022 NFL Draft? It's at ESPN Draft Nerd Jeremy Greene's final mock draft.
And this is the mock that I put out. It's on the website, thesportsocracy.com. You can see all the picks. We'll be putting them all out here today ahead of being live for all 3 days, all 262 picks right here at thesportsocracy.com and on YouTube. For Cleveland, I'm looking at I need a defensive tackle. I've got a really talented defense. Now I've got the quarterback that makes me a Super Bowl contender. I need that guy. I'd like to have a depth edge piece. There's a wide receiver that I know they're really high on that we'll talk about later in this video. And day 3 needs, I'd like just a depth linebacker and another safety. Never hurt nobody.
All right, got to sit out the first round because of the Deshaun Watson trade. But on day 2, you got a few picks here. 3 on day 2 as number 44 overall. Could they find Cameron Thomas, the edge rusher out of San Diego State, with that first pick?
This is a terrifying premise to me, especially if they were to bring back Jadeveon Clowney. Because now you have him, who's a very good pass rushing force. All of the negative tape on Cameron Thomas is not having the bend around the edge. The solution, much like Logan Hall, who goes in the first round, he plays on the inside. Very good pass rush presence. You got the run stopper and Jadeveon on the outside. That would make this Cleveland Browns defensive line absolutely terrifying.
2 picks in the third round. The first at 78 overall. They are absolutely drunk, apparently, on Calvin Austin III, the wide receiver out of Memphis.
I'll be honest with you, I wouldn't be shocked if they took him at 44. I don't think you have to. And for me, mock drafters, you kind of have to take what you're hearing. I think Calvin Austin has been pushed down a little bit. Projects to me as a immediate starter in the slot. Very shifty, great tape off the jump. I think this is why they haven't re-signed Jarvis Landry. That's the reason that's still out there, is because if they get Calvin Austin, then he's a hat on a hat. This is much cheaper. Not as good off the jump, but has much better long-term potential.
Flostradamus at number 99 has the Cleveland Browns staying inside the state of Ohio with a tight end, Jeremy Ruckert, out of Ohio State.
I know you franchised David Njoku. They think there's a lot there as a receiver, but here's the thing. He couldn't block me. So you bring in a second tight end. He fills the Austin Hooper role. Not necessarily in the snap count, things like that, but he is actually a player that is a willing blocker, good enough to be the inline tight end and let you do different things with David Njoku, make him the move piece that will make him live up to that franchise tag. I like Jeremy Ruckert a lot. I guarantee you they're familiar with him with his time at Ohio State.
A couple of defensive pieces available for the Cleveland Browns in this mock draft in day 3. You got Eyioma, Uwazurike.
You can see their picks up on the screen right here. One player that I love, Uwazurike, at 118. That's a good value player. I want to talk about them. Tariquioius Tisdale. He's an edge from Ole Miss. They see him as equivalent to Sam Williams. I don't in any way see them that way, but they think there's untapped potential with him. Don't be shocked if he's either their last pick or a player that they prioritize in undrafted free agency.
3 days, all 3 days of the NFL draft, we will be covering live each and every pick. You will have your on-site analysis. All of the hilarity will ensue, especially on day 1, as we will be joined by, of course, our good friend Brian Haynes, who will lose his mind.
Every pick live, instant analysis, grades, drinking beers. This is going to be like a big old bar show at your local bar with all your friends talking shit about sports. The link to that stream is in the description of this video. Click on that, hit the notifications, and we can't wait. It's Draftmas time.
That's right. Subscribe to the channel so you can get into the chat for all of our coverage of the NFL Draft, which comes to you live from the Ingles Studio. Ingles Supermarkets, low prices, love the savings. I'm Tank Spencer. He's Jeremy Greene, and we will see you tonight.